Hello, my beautiful people. This is Anna Sharif again. So today I want us to talk about this 41-year-old man who impregnated a 12-year-old child in Freetown, Sierra Leone. This incident took place in 2017, and he was just convicted yesterday, September 1st, 2021. So this report is by AYV News. It says, Court of Appeal Judge presiding over cases at the Sexual Offences Module Court, Honorable Justice Jemisina King, has sentenced 41-year-old Ibrahim Cisse, a tailor by occupation, to 15 years imprisonment and also ordered compensation of 10 million yuans for sexually penetrating a 12-year-old pupil. Cisse was before the court on one count indictment of sexual penetration. The particulars of offense stated that the convict, on a date unknown between the 1st and 30th June 2017, sexually penetrated the victim somewhere around Lumley in the west end of Freetown. The victim, in her evidence in chief, affirmed that it was the convict who impregnated her during the month of Ramadan in 2017. Month of Ramadan, mind you, I'll talk about that. According to her, the incident took place when her aunt asked her to spend 2 nights in the convict room because her uncle had wanted to sleep in her aunt's room and there was not enough room for all of them. Accused Cisse also proposed to teach the victim and her friends on how to pray. How to pray. Dr. Olabesi Cole from Rainbow Center told the court that the victim's hymen was ruptured, adding that they found out the victim was 9 weeks pregnant. After the close of prosecution case, the defense opened its case, leading in evidence 2 witnesses, including the victim, in support of their case. You use the victim? The defense challenged the medical report, citing inconsistency in the date in the report, admitting to by the doctor as error, which did not affect her findings. The convict vehemently denied the allegation against him and said he was innocent. Of course, he's going to claim innocence. After reviewing the totality of the evidence, Honorable Justice King concluded that the victim was a child. There you go. She is a child. She's not supposed to be pregnant at this age, at the age of 12. But let me continue. While she stressed that the victim was consistent in her entire evidence, Justice King referenced the medical report, which affirmed that the child had a ruptured hymen and that the ultrasound scan proved that she was pregnant. In his statement, accused Cisse said he was innocent. Delivering her judgment, Honorable Justice King convicted Ibrahim Cisse for the offense and sentenced him to 15 years imprisonment. She further ordered that a compensation of 10 million yuans be paid by the convict immediately or within 5 years after his release. Justice King also ordered the Ministry of Social Welfare and Gender and Children's Affairs to provide care for the victim. Exactly. So let's talk about this. This 41-year-old man chose to go rape this child, impregnate her, and now claim that he's innocent. We cannot continue to say this. I've made videos, numerous videos about our children, protecting the innocence of our children. When I read stories like this, it just bugs me to my core. I'm telling you for real. There are virgins, adult virgins out there. Speaking of which, one is on TikTok already. I saw the video yesterday, advertising herself that she is 23 and she's still a virgin. She's an adult now. Men who are looking for virgins, go look for her. Go look for these virgins. There are 40, 80 year or whatever old virgins out there who are adult that you can sleep with, and you can be the only man who has slept with them. You do not have to rape a 12-year-old child. You do not have to sleep with a 10-year-old child. You do not have to marry a child because she's a virgin and destroy their future. That girl's future has been destroyed. by this 41-year-old man who cannot control his sexual desire. This is the reason why I continue to say we need to start educating our children. Had that girl had some education by this auntie who wanted to sleep with uncle and asked this child out of her room, sent her to this man to be raped, this child would have come immediately to her and told her this man had already tampered with her. In the month of Ramadan, that this man was supposed to pray for his sins, fasting and prayer, he decided to sleep with this child, raped her and impregnate her. Even offered to teach her how to pray, she and her friends. This is why I say religion is one of these aspects that has destroyed our culture, our communities, our society, because men and women who claim to be men and women of God hide behind religion. You have pastors going around talking about Jesus is coming tomorrow. Jesus is not coming. I pray Jesus never comes. Because when Jesus came, at that time, they have nails. They nailed him on the cross. If Jesus come back today where we have guns, machete, where we have bombs, everything on planet Earth, God only knows what will happen to Jesus. Those of you who sit there and allow these pastors to tell you Jesus is coming, Jesus is not coming. By God, Jesus will not come back. Because these people are hiding behind religion. When these abusers hide behind religion, men and women of God, imams and everybody else are flesh and blood. They are humans just like you. They sit there. Look at this one, talking about I'm going to teach them how to pray. In the month of Ramadan, where he's supposed to be holy, is when he decided to impregnate a 12-year-old child. And then in the morning, he actually got up again. I believe he got up again, went and hold al-wala and went back and acted that I'm fasting. After he has violated every human right of this child. Pretense, hypocrisy of religion, my people. But that is another topic, because I'm going to start talking about these sensitive topics too. Let's talk about it so people should be aware. This coronavirus just exposed a lot of these religions anyway, but let leave that for another day. Let's focus on this child who was raped by this 41-year-old man. Ruptured her hymen. The hymen is a tissue in the woman's vagina. It is what protects the vagina, and now that man has ruptured that child's hymen, impregnated her, and he's still denying that he's innocent. Of course you are innocent, and you have somebody who's going to defend him too. So we need to continue to indulge in this type of conversations. I am so happy that this incident was brought to court. It is brought to the public space where we can talk about it. No more, na auntie, na uncle, don't disgrace the family. Na shame and disgrace to this man, na man of God, na imam, na good man. No more pull this do. Let the public know. No, the public need for know, so that we get for continue for educate, we picking them. We need to continue to educate these children. Even the men, I'm encouraging this, our men, our fathers, uncles, brothers, to join in this conversation. Because most of these men need education too. They need to be aware that raping a child, sleeping with a 10-year-old child is a crime, and you go to jail, especially when parents did not give consent. Because in most society, as long as the parent give consent, you can marry a 10-year-old child. I've made a video on that. It's on YouTube. But that child did not give consent. And I bet the auntie already asked her out, kicked her out, because now the Rainbow Center is involved in it. Rainbow Center is an organization in Sierra Leone who cares for victims who have gone through so much trauma. So go support them. I need to do more research on them, because I believe it's an organization that is doing good in Sierra Leone. And also what some of these men don't understand, now that Justice King had ordered the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs to provide services to this child. Now the burden is on the government. Now this now not able to understand. One don't come in there on a crime that the government therefore intervene. The money where the government supposed to keep for develop the country. Now they for take and put on other sector for care for the innocent picking their one. I don't go rape. One I don't go destroy their future. This is not nice. So this is the reason why I'm asking our brothers and sisters, our uncles and fathers, brothers, to join the conversation and bring these issues to light. Educate your children, educate your girl child, even the boy child, because boy children get raped as well. Educate them. Educate the men in your communities. Talk about these issues so we do not destroy the future of our children. They are the future of our country. Thank you, everybody.